Alright, welcome to the Uncharted Vapor. Today I'm bringing you a review on a product that was given to me by Denkat Distribution for the purposes of this review. So what are we going to talk about today is going to be the SMOK RPM160 kit. So with that, we're going to take this, bring it down, open it up, go over it, bring it back up on top, pros and cons, the typical. So I'll see you down low. Alright, here we are on the download on the RPM160 kit. So with this is a 160 watt dual battery device and 7.5 mil juice capacity. It says portable, lightweight, mesh coils, superior qualities. So here's a freeze frame of what comes in the package. Let's go straighten it up. Alright, let's go ahead and open up the package. Alright, let's slide it open. Alright, so no pull tabs, no branding, except for where it was made and designed on the bottom. It just says SMOK on top. So as you open it up, the color code I got was black carbon fiber. So you get a warning card, which is your battery safety, QA pass, and the user manual. That's what you get. 2 massive coils come with this thing. Oh my lord, look at that coil. So look at that thing. It is huge. You can run any type of juice you want in this thing. 40 to 90 watts on a 0.15. On the other coil, same thing, 40 to 90 watts, best 70 to 80 watts. There is a minimum fill line, so that way it can still wick itself. Here's the device itself, rather large, but you would expect that with a large juice capacity. Pop open pod to put your coil in. 2 big strong magnets. Good lord. Like you barely need to even get near it. Just bam, slams it in. Massive airflow port, so that right there tells me that's not so nice. Door release, let's see here. Okay, so the batteries go on the bottom down here. So let's go ahead and grab some batteries real quick. Get a silica gel pack and a regular USB. So it's not intended to be charged through. It's meant for an external battery charger. Let's go ahead and throw the batteries in. So battery orientation, A, positive up, negative down on B. Take this, close it up, turn it on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, RPM 160. Let's see if we can get that to focus a little bit better. There we go. 5 watts, puff counters on there. Let's see here. Rather quick. It tells me how much my battery life is on each battery. It's supposed to have balance charging, and it does round robin. 1, 2, 3. Power locked. 1, 2, 3, 4. Power unlocked. Puff clear. No atomizer. Puff clear. So up and down button, it will clear your puffs. Or the power and down, and the power and up locks it, or it doesn't do anything. Wait, did it lock? It says no atomizer. 1, 2, 3 will lock it. 1, 2, 3 unlocks it. Okay, simple to understand. So pop the pod off. Get one of these massive coils they give you, because these things are huge. I have never seen a SMOK coil this big before. Or smoke, whatever you like to call it. So let's slap some dreams on this thing here. That's going to wake it up. Or prime the coil, as they say. So we're priming the coil and getting it ready for the device before actually installing it. I'm using some of my own Delight which is a 70-30. So these definitely, I know, can handle the wicking portion of this coil. Looks like a decent amount of cotton inside. Alright, so we'll take this, we'll set this inside of the pod. Let's get it set in there. Alright. I'm just checking something. Alright, so it only goes one way, which is going to basically face right here. If you look where the airflow is, it's where the airflow is on this. So basically your air is going to go right through that coil to cool it right off. So it's actually not, it's rather not that heavy for a dual battery device. I'm going to give them that, which is pretty nice. The carbon looks pretty nice with the sticker on it, at least right now. And the back carbon does match as well. To put your juice in, you're just going to pop your tab. It has a marker on there to tell you, hey, open it up here. And it's got a large juice hole right there. So let's go ahead and fill some juice into this thing. See what we got going on. I think that's enough. The reason I put 7.5 mils in there, but we're going to go definitely above the minimum line so you can see that there's juice in there. It's a little hard to see on camera. Basically, let's try to brighten it up some for you. That's darkening it. Let's brighten it up. Alright, so you can see the juice in there now a little bit better, but it's basically sitting about mid-level now on the device itself. Non-removable drip tip. That's, you know, something I'm going to say as a con on it. Not being able to adjust your airflow on here. That's another con to me. Right off the bat, I can tell you the two cons I see on the device. Branding wise, the coils are good. So we have wattage lock. So we have unlocked it. We're going to go up to 70 watts. No, let's go up to 70. Yeah, let's do 70 watts. Okay. So let that set for about 5-10 minutes. And what I'll do is I'm going to give this about 1 week or so of testing. And then you will see the review video come out. So until the next time, I will catch you up top with the SMOK RPM. Can't put the box together. 160 kit and black carbon fiber. And this was also a big thank you to Denkat Distribution. So there's what we're going to be talking about. And I will talk to you later. How you guys doing? This is the Uncharted Vaper. Welcome back up on top. We are over a week later into testing the SMOK RPM160 device, which is this guy right here. So actually, let's turn it on so you can see it. So there you go. I put a fresh set of batteries in it just now for the review. And we are going to go ahead and do our pros and cons and talk a little bit about the device. Okay, so one, it takes a massive coil, like massive. Like this thing is huge. Okay, it is probably bigger than the RGC coil that came in the RPM 80. All right, but you can see the wire through the airflow hole, and it's like 22 gauge connected wire. So it is huge, huge wire. Wow, huge, like huge. Like you can power your house on this wire almost. Like connect it and put a generator, and then you probably can work for a few seconds. Maybe it probably melt because it's probably nickel base. But anyway, it's a mesh coil. It's a 0.15 coil, I believe. I've been using it, like I said, for a little over a week. I've been running my juice again in this Delight. With that, I've had no issues. Massive wicking port, 7.5 mil juice capacity, dual battery mod, 160 watts. They call it balance charging, and that's very odd. My batteries went from 100% down to 79%. Really quick. Okay, so that's fine. That probably means my batteries are dying. That means I have a dead cell probably in one of my batteries or whatever. But, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Balance charging basically means it takes power from one battery to recharge the other battery to bring up and balance them out. So that way they're even, or mostly even most of the time. What I've noticed on this device as far as their balance charging, this time right now it is balanced out perfectly at 79%, even though they were just put in, is that the best balance charging that I've found was on the Artery Nugget GT, which you can see that review either here or here, and that had balance charging as well. So with that, I've been using it for over a week, so that way I can give you my true opinion and thought on it. So, ease of fill is really easy. The fill port is on the very back of the cartridge, holds 7.5 mils of juice. It is really easy to fill up, so no issues there. This is definitely something for somebody. It gives great flavor, don't get me wrong. Good flavor all day long. I can taste my juice, you know, all day. But here's where my only con comes in, and you can call it subjective because some people like massive airflow. For me, I'm more on the restricted direct lung side, and, you know, direct lung, but like a loose restricted direct lung, you know, basically. But this here, you can see straight through the mod, and that's the coil itself. So great cloud production or vapor production. This is only at 70 watts. I do like the design of the body. Everybody knows I like carbon fiber, so this was also given to me by Denkat Distribution, so shout out Denkat Distribution. Thank you again to Denkat Distribution, Denkat Sales, Boss Brondo, and Mackie Blower, and Ray. And I'm going to say thank you to AJ Lim too, because I like AJ Lim and messing with him whenever I come down. But they gave it to me for the purpose of the review, and I appreciate that ability to review it. It's a good device. Dual battery, 160 watts. It does take big coils, I'm not going to lie to you. Con-wise, now here's where my cons are going to come in. One is the airflow. It's too big. To me, it'd been nice if they had a way or a restrictor or something you could put in here, or a way to adjust the airflow, may I say, to do this. Juice capacity wise, it is a massive tank. I have a little bit of moisture on mine right now, a little, because it's been in here for a week. Let me get a paper towel. But that's, you know, from using it and using the same juice, same coil, and just non-stop filling this thing. Like, I got some juice in here, and it's set for one day, I think, overnight during the typhoon, so it got hot, so the liquid just thinned out some. But other than that, no leaking issues with this thing at all. It did really good. This is just being honest. Like, if the juice gets too thin, obviously it's going to run through. It's a mesh coil. The coil oversaturates, comes down because it thins out. That's going to happen. That's not a leaking issue. That's just gravity and the way life is. But cons: airflow too wide, no adjustment. That's a con to me. Not being able to change my drip tip, a con to me. Because if I could have changed my drip tip, I could have restricted my airflow by putting a little bit more restricted of a drip tip on it and been better off. The reason why I say that, on the Nugget GT, you were able to change your drip tip as well on the 510, and that had an 8 mil juice capacity. This is 7.5. That was 200 watts. This is 160. So This is a little bit smaller in the hand, but it is taller than the other one, and the other one had more features to it as well. But with that flavor, I still give it to it because at 70 watts, wattage is locked, so unlocked. Let's go up to 80 watts, which is where they said is the max, you know, for the recommended on this. I still get great flavor. It's not really muted, but I'm not getting all the notes that I normally would get on this. So I've had no other issues with it since I've had it. It's not really heavy. Wicks well, large. I mean, you can run an 80-20 in this all day long or max VG and not have a problem with it wicking because of the wicking ports on this. And it's just, it's good. I mean, 160 watt device, it is good. If I was going to rate this, as of right now, with this here, because it's just a pod, I mean, it's a pod with a large tank, I'd probably give it a 6 or a 7, only because of the fact that it does give good flavor. It has large juice capacity. It is dual battery, so you're going to have larger battery life with 2 batteries in it. And the coils do have good range for their power levels. I would love to see something come out with maybe like a 510 for it or something that you can rebuild on it. Or an RBA that actually is good for it. Something that was similar to the Arteries XP RBA, which was to me the easiest to build. And other than that, there's not much more to go over. There's no menu selections that I can see. It tells you your voltage, your ohms, how many puffs you got on it, and how long you hit it for. So 2.56 seconds. Whew. I've got 196 hits on this on a 0.14 on a 0.15 coil, so that's your 10%, you know, variation, which is perfectly within range. So therefore, it's reading correctly. Very good. Other than that, I have nothing else to put out over this. So with that, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time on the next review. And this is the Uncharted Vapor. Until next time.